Welcome to Beers and Brawls, the show where my guests and I drink beer and talk all things wrestling. I'm your host Jared, and joining me on tonight's episode is a 10-year vet of the Australian wrestling scene, wrestled all over Australia but mainly out of Riot City Wrestling. He's a former RCW Rumble winner and tag team champion. He is Vitamin Dean Brady.
How you going, mate?
Dean Brady, here he is.
I got something for you.
Oh,
You looked a little chilly. It's a little cold tonight.
Thank you. I've seen this before. Look at it. Whoa. This is better than I thought it was.
Merry Easter.
Merry Easter, yes. And as we doing this on the Good Friday, I don't know what that was, but got a little Easter bunny here. Make sure the big fella doesn't eat it. Oh, look at that. Speaking of chocolate, Easter, the man has come through. Look at that.
I borrowed some beers from my dad.
Borrowed some beers. Whoa, that big beers, mate. Look at them. No chippies tonight?
Little known local brewery called Cooper's.
Cooper's, yes. Adelaide's own. Beautiful. I like it. This is really nice. Actually.
Yeah, no chippies.
Getting sidetracked.
Just eggies.
Just eggies, alright. I like it. Luckily there's no show on this weekend, or they're throwing eggs at people.
Oh, well, you know.
Good idea.
Some people deserve it.
True. It depends how you're from. If you're giving them out, it's okay. If you're pegging them at people, there's a few fans that could probably cop them, I reckon. But
Fans?
oh, we on wrestlers, are you?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's fair enough, mate. That's all good. Don't worry about me. Anyway, Dean, welcome to the show, mate. Really appreciate you coming on. I do have a bone to pick though with your manager. I was trying to get a Brady on, and I thought I was getting the other Brady because they said that the Delta train was coming through, but
Really?
we got you instead. So
I haven't talked to my manager in ages. I don't even know who they are anymore.
well, somehow they booked you for this gig. So.
Yeah.
But I'm actually very happy you're on the show. That's just a little joke to get you going, but
Thanks, man.
Anyway, what's been happening, man? How are you going?
Oh yeah, just hanging around. Cheers, by the way.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah, just training, hanging around, wrestling. Wrestled in Melbourne
Yes.
recently.
Yes,
that was fun. Wrestled for PCW and we did the Peacock tent for their Gluttony over there.
Yeah, Gluttony in Melbourne, absolutely.
I went and watched MCW afterwards. Watched a Matt Hayter take on Mick Moretti.
Yeah, Matt Hayter, is that debut in MCW, I'm pretty sure, for him?
Yes.
Yeah, big moment. Yeah. Big moment, that's cool.
It was awesome. And then,
what an event, yeah.
The day after that, going to Deathmatch Down Under and I watched my sister wrestle Tali.
Yeah.
We had Redshaw versus Gore.
Jeez,
we had
he would have died, that bloke.
Matt Hayter versus Amon the Kid.
Yeah,
we had Purgatory versus like the three Chads they called themselves.
Chad 6 or something.
It was a full-on RCW takeover.
Then we had Katie Trey there as well.
Katie Trey versus Vixen.
Yeah, good match.
What a time.
You went in the death match? Didn't get in there and throw some light tubes at people and fucking be a hero like that, or?
Look, I'm not about throwing light tubes at people. Not yet anyway. But no, I went out to support my sister.
Yeah.
I waved her flag for her. She asked really nicely, and she's like, I'll pay you in a can of Coke and a hot dog. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
I like it. Yeah, definitely. Well, you're pretty beat up after 2 matches in 2 days. So good rest at the death match, and you don't want to risk yourself getting involved with any of those psychos with light tubes and cinder blocks and barbed wire. And, did you say Down Under?
No,
Down
that's
Under
right. He wrestled in a death match.
This might as well have been an RCW show by the sounds of this, because there were some big hitting dogs out there.
That poor guy.
I saw the video through a net of barbed wire suplex through.
Yeah. He walked right past me and his whole back was weeping.
Oh, man.
And
And that bloke's got a Streets of Blood match tomorrow night at PWSA as well. And what a bloke.
He doesn't want any blood in him.
I think he's complete all that. Anyway, that sounds awesome, man. Is there a film coming out of these Melbourne shows, or do you know anything about that, or?
Do I look like I come from the logistics division of RCW?
Mate, you're a 10-year vet. You should know all about it.
It's 9 years technically.
Oh, apologies.
Depends if you count from like training or like show debuts.
Well, you can blame this manager that you don't know of that's sent through this run sheet about you.
Yeah,
so.
God, I don't know how they're still employed.
It's the old manager.
I don't know, I still employed them.
I think Delta's fired them and they don't know what they're doing. But anyway, to welcome you on the show, we do a welcome shot.
Oh, yeah.
And because you are a Queensland native, go Brisbane Lions, of course.
Oh, yeah, you're a fan of those.
I am. People who know me, I'm a big Brisbane Lions fan. SA boy, and if you ask why, it's because the SA team sucks. But
I was told in a nightclub in Melbourne that I looked like one of their players. Apparently.
Would it be Daniel Rich?
Was he the one with like
the long blonde
hair? I think it was, yeah.
What a man.
Beautiful.
What a man. I've already stubby. Anyway, enough about me.
Yeah.
We got the Bundaberg rum straight from the Queensland itself.
Oh, you better watch out, man. I can't have too much of that.
We've only got a little bit here because, yeah, obviously we don't want any fights to kick off. Two big dogs in this room. Not me, this dog over there.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Cody the Bear's over there. She's hanging out. Alright, fucking, there's not very good shots, so we'll make up for it later. I've got some whiskey there, but it's enough. These are big glasses, so I'm not ripping you off, mate. Don't worry. The show always comes through. House provides.
That's like twice the size of a shot that you get in the nightclubs, mate.
Oh, exactly. This is what are they normally like? 30 mils in a club. These are probably 40 mils easy. If you get 30 mils at a club, surely not.
They're thimbles, mate. They're almost nothing.
Probably 20 mils. Anyway, thank you, mate. Queensland's own. Let's go. Oh, wow.
Smooth.
Woo! That puts it out in the chest. That's some good stuff. It's just a classic. Can't go wrong with the classic. So didn't want to get the OP out. No, I know you want to be a live band tonight, so we don't want to have any of that. But we're gonna get into our questions. Rapid fire, 10 and 5, just whatever comes to mind. Shoot out your answers.
All right.
You ready for this?
Has anyone ever beat the clock? I want to beat the clock.
Yeah, a few people have.
Yeah.
But depends how in depth you are and how boring you are. If you want to be boring, then you beat the clock, mate.
It's never been a word that's associated with me, Jared.
But no, some people beat the clock. It's not a race, but yeah, if you beat the clock, you beat the clock. Some people have some awesome stories that they just keep babbling on, and the beeper's going mad, and we're only into the second question.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's a game of chance of this one. All right, are you ready, Dean?
Oh wait! I gotta get serious. I gotta take this off.
Get serious.
It's gonna get hot in here,
Here
mate.
we go. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Who doesn't love a drunk mum?
Drunk mums.
They're a band.
They are a band, yes.
They're a band. We got on stage with them at Punk Rock Riot.
Oh, I saw the photos. Yeah.
Yeah,
What a night. What a night.
Matt Hayter, Delta, myself, and Redshaw, and Redshaw didn't have a good time of it. He sunk too much piss, mate. Let's just say that.
I heard the bloke broke his back by the sound of his TikTok. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Big
you're
old,
not wrong.
Big Delta throwing him around. I say big in a nice way, guys. Don't fucking come and tap me. All right, are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go, and we're starting the clock now. Who are you? What are you all about? What's your gimmick? What's your story? Who is Dean Brady?
Oh well, I just like to have fun and entertain. So, I don't really know how to explain it, man. I've always been a bit of a goober, so
just letting your true side out.
Yeah, so it's essentially a way to mess with my opponents. If they're coming in there expecting to face the serious big strong suplex machine, they're not going to get that, mate. They're going to be made fun of for a bit, try and throw them off, and
drop them on the head.
Yeah, it's worked, man. It's worked a lot.
I like it. It's psyching them out, man. It's cool. Something different. We touched on it a little bit, but when did you start wrestling?
I started training in April of 2013.
Yeah.
When RCW was still at the Little Tin Shed in Wingfield. I debuted technically at a Supernova pop culture festival in November 2013.
Nice.
But on ICW shows, it was reanimated 2014 out of Estonian Hall.
Wicked. Nice. Awesome. Who's your favourite wrestler and why? If you can name one.
I mean, the first one I gravitated to when I first started watching wrestling was Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
A good mix of like your traditional wrestling, like charisma and entertainment. And like he's got a really cool finisher that like everyone on the indies has ripped off. So
just a general mood these days.
yeah. It's a kick out at one kind of move.
What's your favourite match of yours?
Well, I'm a massive self-critic.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to like any matches of mine.
Okay. Yeah.
Which like kind of sucks to hear, but it's a pretty standard thing with like any sort of athlete or performer or whatever. I would honestly say the most recent one I had fun with was the Battle Royal at Raise Your Horns at Fringe this year.
Oh yeah.
And then Fringe last year I had a tag team match. It was myself and Mike Boomer versus Nick Armstrong and Tony Toro.
Ooh, what a match!
Where I got down to my duds and socks.
I think we got a photo of that going up.
And still managed to win. So that one was pretty fun. The crowd loved that. Nice. So good, it just ones that get the crowd like really entertained, whether or not they're laughing or cheering or whatever. Like those are the fun ones for me.
Absolutely, dude. Awesome. Who's your dream opponent in Australian wrestling at the moment?
Oh, like someone who's wrestling now.
Yeah, or it could be someone who's finished, but someone who you'd love to wrestle.
It's hard because like without sounding like a dick, I have wrestled a lot of people.
Yeah, no, you've been around for a while. So
yeah. Okay. I've wrestled him before, but neither of us were in our current incarnations.
Yeah.
I'd say Matt Hayter.
Yeah, nice. That's a fair enough answer. Yeah.
I had his third match in RCW.
Yeah.
And this was back when still like he was kind of who he is now, but he was nowhere near as experienced, and like his fundamentals were off, and
yeah. And you fucking smashed him.
Yeah, well, no, I lost, but
oh, what?
Yeah.
Next up.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get that win back, brother.
You're not gonna beat this farmer. Which wrestler in Australian wrestling would you challenge to a drinking competition?
Depends. Do I want to win?
Don't know. Depends how you want to go. Do you?
All right, no. So like that's
a good steady competition.
One thing that the Bradys are known for is their competitiveness. I want to win. I want to challenge.
Okay.
I want to challenge. I want to feel like I've earned it. So drinking competition. Who really pounds it down?
I know fans of the show would know Down Under loves a good beer. You didn't beat the timer, by the way.
I really didn't beat the timer, did I?
You flogged by the timer. But we'll keep going because I want to hear these answers.
No, look, Down Under's an easy one, right? I've had drinks with him before.
Good, you're lucky to survive that.
Yeah, no, he's good, man. But come on, I'm from Queensland, all right?
Yeah, true. Both rum boys though.
It depends who can drink. You know who's fun to drink with is Big Brody Marshall. I'm going to say Big Brody Marshall. He's fun to drink with.
Yeah,
he's another one where if you get him on the rums,
yeah,
stuff's going down.
He's on the wish list for this show, so definitely hopefully he watches this and gets excited and comes on. Most embarrassing moment in the ring. And don't say it's a video we're going to watch later.
Well, it's hard because that one was on Botchamania.
True, famous one.
Yeah, that made me kind of like weirdly, oddly famous.
Gave you 2 followers.
Yeah, people messaged me the video on Instagram and stuff like that.
That's a pretty cool achievement, though.
And it's funny because like I mentioned before, like getting down to my duds and socks in the fringe, but like it's the fringe, so that really wasn't embarrassing.
It's a carnival. Everyone does that.
It's kind of hard, but like I am gonna have to go with the big tumble at HQ, the one that everyone thought I died.
You died. I definitely thought that. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna watch that soon, guys. You probably will know what it is, but stay tuned. It's coming up soon. We'll kick off with a couple more questions. I know the time is gone. Doesn't matter. Wrestling goals at the moment.
Oh, just to go everywhere and a tag team with my sister.
Yeah.
Like we said to ourselves, like, let's be the tag team champions of everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, let's let's get on like at least one show in companies in every state.
Yep.
And like they might see that we're good enough to challenge their champions. Like, and maybe we beat another one of their tag teams or beat their tag team champions in a non-title match.
Yeah.
And then you go for those belts and win them.
That's a definite possibility. I don't see why that couldn't happen. So absolutely, man, that's awesome. We'll kick off last one. Wrestler in Australian wrestling that you would not want to step in the ring with. If there's anyone on your long list of people you've been in.
That I would not want to step in the ring with.
Yeah. Is there anyone that just scares you or you can't be bothered, or is there someone who just not a waste of Big Dean Brady's time?
Jared, I always can't be bothered. let's be real.
But is there anyone out there that you don't want to, or are you just happy to square it with whoever?
No, whoever. Like no one actually comes to mind. Like I would say there are match stipulations that I wouldn't like to do because I wouldn't feel like I'd be very strong.
Let's change the question to that then. What match stipulations do you not want to do? Death match, one of them.
Yeah, look, probably that. I'm a fan of the art form.
Yeah.
Especially after watching it live for the first time.
Yeah, it's much different.
Last weekend, but. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to be able to tolerate that, and also to be able to do it to another person.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get two people that like each other that have a death match, and I couldn't possibly, man. Like no, I'm not. Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, no. Any other stipulation matches?
I don't want to do another ladder match. I hate climbing ladders, man. Like. It's the heights for me. I don't care about falling. I don't care about landing. But like whenever I'm climbing that, like it's already
it's unstable. You can see it moving.
It's already a bit shaky. Now it's in the ring that it makes it extra shaky, and especially like if you're at the fringe or something, everything's extra elevated, and you're having to reach for something, and everything's like people are ants down there as soon as I start climbing. Yeah, not another one of those.
No, fair enough. I like it. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the questions. Alright, we went over time, but that doesn't matter. It's no rules in this. So, big thank you for answering those. Some awesome goals there that are definitely going to be achievable. I can see you and Delta doing that. And yeah, some good questions, good answers on the rest of them. So now we're getting into the fun stuff of looking at photos.
Yes.
Sound good?
Yes.
Awesome.
Would you like another egg?
Oh, I've still got two on the table, mate. You smash a couple.
Good, more for me.
More for you. You need them. You need a bulk up of
more chalky eggs. Hey.
Alright, the photos are ready. Are you ready?
Always.
So we're just going to look at... we got a lot of photos to look at, so this is going to be fun.
Well, it's been a 10-year career,
It's been a 10-year career, so,
wow, yeah.
And, you know, for a bloke that changes his looks every 5 minutes, this is going to be a good look at memory lane, starting from hopefully the start of your career. I've dug into your socials as much as I could, but here is photo number 1.
Oh wow, you have actually gotten the start
Big
of your career.
Big elbow dropper himself. Look at that.
Yeah.
Is this your first? Is this the convention thing you're talking about?
Yeah, the Supernova Pop Culture Festival. As you can see, I hadn't yet bought wrestling boots.
Are they Asics?
They are Asics sneakers.
Are they footy boots? Look at them. That's sick.
Yeah, look.
That's alright though. You got to look for it though. You got the butcher on, you got the pads on, looking good.
Yeah, well, look, it is what it is. I was only 6 months into my training. wrestling then wasn't anything like it is now. So I didn't really have the people around me to get me as appropriately ready as I could be. They kind of just like told me broad strokes of what I should look like and what I should wear and stuff like that.
Go out there, have a kick and catch, you'll be right.
But no, it was a really good experience to wrestle on those shows in front of like those crowds don't watch wrestling. I could have done anything and they would have been like, oh, this must be what wrestling is.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, no, it was all around just like.
And who are you dropping the elbow on? Who's that?
That is Brad Smythe.
I thought so. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and you can see Todd Eastman in the
Todd
background.
Eastman, yeah, I see him.
Big in the Queensland scene at the moment.
Is that who's on the sidelines there? Is that Blair Alexis?
I think that is Blair Alexis. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's fucking everyone in this match.
Yeah, I think that was an intergender tag match. Brad was teaming with Izzy Shaw.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This is almost 10 years ago, so.
Yeah, well, 10 years.
Almost.
All right, photo number 2. We've got Dean Brady and James Cray versus Sadako and Eli Thesis. Look at that hair on Eli. Oh, Jesus.
That was the dawn of the millennials. That was
dawn of the millennials.
Pretty much mine and James's first match.
Look at the young fellas. Look at them.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. And that's pre Pereira Eli Theseus.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was Gabriel in or was he not in there?
He was training at the time.
Okay,
He was training at the time, and so was Big Steen, their former third member. But yeah, because he was like 6 months ahead, he was a bit more show ready.
Yeah.
And yeah, they
chucked him out there against the big fella.
They fed him to the wolves.
Good old Cray. Look at young Crays. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, next one here we got bit of merch. Look at that. Blue chipper. Look at him.
You got to hock the merch, mate.
Look at it's at the ring as well. What is going on there? That's good. You selling them over the barrier?
No. If you see in the jacket third of the photo.
Yeah.
I think I was wearing the shirt under that.
Oh.
So I've taken the jacket off. I've taken the shirt off, and I guess I've seen the camera and gone like, hey, this is my shirt. Buy it. Take a photo of me, whatever.
Nice, man. Nice. Gotta sell those gimmicks. I like it. Next one here.
Yeah. See, there you go. I'm wearing it under the
jacket.
There
you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
The young Dean Brady. Look at him.
That might have been the same match, or it might have been a match afterwards.
Not
too sure. But that was around the time that we were pretty consistently wrestling at the Latvian.
Yeah.
And James and I hadn't gotten matching gear yet. I don't think we ever got matching gear.
No, fair enough.
No, but we weren't that kind of tag team, mate.
Short hair as well for the Dean Brady. Not body shaming, but not as muscly as you are now.
No, look.
Bit younger.
You can be real about it, mate. I was fat. I let myself go.
When you're saying it, I'm like...
Matt Hayter likes to remind me as well.
Matt Hayter cannot fucking talk for a start, so let's not let him put you down. But no, you've done, as we're gonna see in the photos in a minute, you've done awesome transformations. So we all start somewhere. Don't worry, I was a whale in high school, so don't worry about that. Still am, but it's all good. Yeah. Next photo, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Choking out the big grim stuff.
But that's when we finally got a third member into the Millennials. We always needed a trio.
Yeah, you started with someone different then, other than what's his name?
Tom Bell.
Tom, yeah.
Yeah, that was a Luke Santa Maria.
Luke, yeah. What belt's he got on?
That is, I think, one half of the Warzone Tag Team Champions with Jack Bonza.
No way.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, what a big dog team that is.
Yeah.
Is this where you became the captain? You got the captain armband on? Is that it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's a bit easier in a two-person team to have that dynamic of like, especially considering James was younger than me in the business.
Yeah.
Still is technically, but
yeah. No, I understand.
It's a bit easier to have that kind of role of me showing him what to do.
Yeah.
But Luke had spent more time in the business than I had,
Yeah.
but I was bringing him into my team.
Your team, yeah.
So I kind of had to assert that a dominant role, and
No, I get
it kind of showed
He
that
obviously didn't get the dress memo, so he's come out in a suit.
he's a champion. Like I guess
True,
he
he's
wears
got
a
the
suit.
champion money, so he can buy a suit. So he can afford that shit. Here we go. What's this? Strength. Battle Royal for a spot in the key to the city. We got some young people on this. Look at that. We got... Fuck, I don't even know who this bloke is.
A whole host of big names there. That was Johnny Hope.
Johnny Hope. Did he have any hope?
He skinned the cat like 5 times in that match.
Alright, so we know who that is. Carlos Diaz, I'm guessing.
Yeah, very young Carlos Diaz.
Young Katie Trey with no tattoos. Holy shit.
I'm sure he had some under the shooter sleeve there.
Yeah, I think there might be. There's none on the chest. We got the big Steen.
That is Big Steen,
Yeah.
yes.
Young Gabriel, look at that fucking handsome man. What's wrong? What have you done, Gabriel? You messed up your life.
He's put on heaps of weight since then, though. He's bulked up.
He's looking, huge.
Yeah.
He's fucking looking like, not fat, but muscly as hell. You got the big captain. So you got your team in the Battle Royal.
Yep.
You got Luke and James in there.
Yeah.
You got young Tony Toro.
A very young, very handsome Tony Toro right there.
So we've got Tony, Dean, who's on the show now, and Katie. So we've got 3 people that have been on this show in that poster.
Yeah.
And then we got Tuffy, and we got... Who's the mask dude? If you're allowed to reveal his identity. If he ever took it off.
Don't remember his name.
Or his mask name, whatever his name is.
All I remember... no, he was Vale Tudo Jr. and he was Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
I remember I had a match against him and I said something in Spanish and he like shrugged his shoulders and I'm like, alright, well, I guess now's when we beat each other up then.
Oh, jeez. Who won the spot? You?
No. No, I think it was Katie Trey.
No? Okay,
So what happened in that match was it comes down to Katie Trey, myself, Luke, and James.
Yeah.
And we're teaming up on Katie. Everything's all good, but there's got to be one winner, right? And this is what happens every time you see like a rumble or a battle royal. Teams will come together and try to work together to win the thing, but then when you eventually achieve your plan and it's just you guys left, like no one ever really plans for that.
Yeah.
And of course, none of us were smart enough at the time to go like, what's the end game of this? So I'm telling Luke to get out. I think James and Katie were like incapacitated at the time. I'm just telling him to get out. Like, don't worry, brother, I got this.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I want to win the key to the city because I want to win the Riot City Championship.
Yeah.
And we ended up having words, and then exploded. He ended up hitting me and eliminating me. He tosses James out, and I think Katie Trey tosses him out.
He deserved it after that. Oh no! Oh, we'll move over that one because you didn't win. Here we go. Here's Tom Byrne. What's going on? He's got a ref shirt on.
So
what's going on here?
This was directly after. So this came out of the big battle royal incident with Luke Santa Maria.
Okay. Yeah.
So he wanted captaincy of the Millennials. He thought he could take the Millennials in a new direction.
Yep.
I was like, nah, screw that, and because you disrespected me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have your career. I'm gonna retire you. Mm-hmm. Now he wasn't necessarily an old man, but he had wrestled for longer than I had. Mm-hmm. And the Millennials never really took anything seriously, but he was taking things even less seriously than that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Tom Byrne was general manager at the time.
Oh.
And
there you go.
Big shenanigans, right? It couldn't have a standard referee. I think we had a live event before this, and it was James versus Luke Santa Maria. And if Luke Santa Maria won, it was going to be Tom Byrne as the special guest referee. But if James won, James would be the special guest referee.
Oh,
So you know,
yeah.
a bit of bias there towards me if James won. James ended up losing, even though I told him to duck that big swinging clothesline that Luke Santa Maria did, the one that takes your head off. No, he copped it, and he lost. So Tom Byrne was a special guest referee, and he said earlier in the night that he had taken a deal that from somewhere else that wouldn't allow him to be the general manager anymore. So he was kind of self-relinquished that general managership. He said he'd still referee the match because, you know, he'd been booked to do it. And what happens is Luke Santa Maria maybe was going to win. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was. And Tom Byrne hits him with a burning hammer, and then allows me to get the pin. It does a regular count, not a fast count. It gave Luke Santa Maria a fighting chance. Didn't kick out. And it turns out I was the one that offered him a deal
cheeky butter. There you go.
To be a wrestler. I saw something in him because he hadn't wrestled before that.
Oh, okay, right,
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. Sneaky man making deals, making new millennials. There they are. I think is that Luke or is that Tom?
Tom Byrne in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Byrne in the middle. Yeah. There they are. The new crew.
Yeah.
Destroying people.
That was our first big win. Well, yeah. So we'd had a match before that, but this is our first big one. The match beforehand, you know, we just beat Adam Brooks, Big Brady Marshall, Katie Trey. You know, standard.
Just nobody.
Standard stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just a standard match.
This was a 3-on-1 handicap match against Hammer.
How's he gonna win that?
He almost did.
Oh, shit.
He almost did. This was at the time when Jimmy C was general manager. He'd maybe let the power go to his head a little bit.
Oh, Jimmy C. Yeah.
Hammer was trying to fight back and make Riot City great again. Not that he was Donald Trump, but yeah. So Jimmy C puts him in a match against the three of us.
Yep.
And yeah, look, Hammer's not wrestling anymore, so I guess we really kind of kicked the life out of him a little bit.
Well, then we'll move on from him then. Who cares about him?
Here we go.
International assault. Global invasion 2K17.
I think you've forgotten to mention, because that last photo was a pretty good one. I'm no longer Fat Dean anymore.
Oh no, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies. No,
that's all good. You were mentioning the transformation
before.
And
I was waiting to get into the trunks, Dean Brady, but yes, correct. You are going through the transformation here.
Mm-hmm.
Drop the weight. Got the chest popping out now. The delts are popping out. Fucking looking good, and then you got a smug prick next to you.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Who's that guy? I think we all know who that guy is.
Yeah.
Match on international assault. Is this a match? I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. That was the first World Series wrestling show since, God, I think they hadn't done one in like 12 years.
Holy shit.
But yeah, no, I get the call. Just a bit of a feel, like wondering if I wanted to be on the show, and they had announced that like there were going to be international stars on the show as well. I'm like, are you sure you want me? They definitely wanted me. They liked what they were seeing. That's when I was like deep in the millennial stuff at the time. I think I might have been a tag team champion at the time.
And you were braiding your hair as well.
Yeah, braiding the hair. Well, this was during the period where I was growing out. I was going to the barber a bit less and less.
Yeah.
So I need to keep it out of my face, and so this was my first match against Rocky Monero. We've had a few.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, look, I didn't win, but it was a really strong competitive match.
It doesn't look like he's taking anything serious by his promo photo.
I think that's a bit of an old promo photo.
I think that's straight off Party Island in Greece. And he's rocked up.
Yeah, no, just getting to share like the backstage area with
international talent. Yeah.
It was like the Young Bucks and Zack Sabre
wow,
Jr. and Brian
In
Cage.
2017 as well. That's young guys then. Wow.
I think Jonah Rock was back there as well.
No.
There are definitely people that I'm forgetting. Oh, the Headbangers.
No way.
They were there as well.
Nice. Well, I'm sure whoever you forgot who's watching this show will forgive you.
Yeah, look, come and wrestle me for it. Like,
Yeah,
seriously,
exactly.
yeah, that'll
Probably all
remember
broken down now. And here's the tag team champs.
The big win.
The big win. Here it is. Look at the video in the background. It almost looks like fire. Looks wicked.
It's me. That's why it's fire, mate.
I like it. Your hair's come undone though. What's going on?
It has. There? Yeah, that was a big, long, hard fought match. It was.
What we got in the background? Is that Brad Smythe in the background?
That's Brad Smythe. That's evil Brad Smythe.
Oh, evil! Oh, Jesus!
All black.
You dropped that elbow on him back in the first photo and he turned evil. And you got Jimmy C behind you. I'm guessing by the friggin' pants.
Jimmy C's behind James Cray there. Yeah. It was us versus the Rude Ones. So you had Marvel, you had Del Torino, and you had Venus.
Yeah.
So
it was a 6-man.
6-person, yeah.
6-person, sorry, for the belt.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth.
Interesting, yeah.
Going back and forth for a bit. It all started. I think we came out and beat up Marvel and took his belt as kind of a statement, saying that, like, you know, you guys are going to take it seriously, and we're going to take these things from you when we get put in a match together. And I think it was only a couple months after that, a few matches, promos and stuff like that, and we ended up having this one, and we snuck away with it, mate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it, man. That's good. Well done. And here you are, posing with the belt.
Oh, here we go.
Abs are starting to come out.
Starting to, yeah. Look. I had to find that perfect point with the gym downlighting, but we got there in the end, mate.
Got there in the end. I like it. Speaking of, that's Marvel, I'm pretty sure.
That's Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, putting him in a headlock there at HQ. And
nice big strong headlock.
What is hell is Tuffy doing in the background? He's just having DJing or something? What's that bloke doing?
So here we go. It's our first show at HQ.
What a venue.
We put on a big show. We had a massive crowd, and they all came to see the tequila death match that we put on. So I have done a death match before, technically.
This one could actually kill you.
So the Rude Ones were known for their deviousness and underhandedness. They cheated, all right?
Okay. Yeah.
But they were crowd favorites, so I guess their cheating was okay. And whenever we cheated, we got booed, and all the matches that were leading up to our tag team title win and stuff like that, a whole lot of behind the ref's back.
Yeah.
Back and forth with the shenanigans. So Jimmy C was like, "Oh, Tuffy Calhoun has come to us with an idea for a match. Every time you guys cheat, you have to take a shot of tequila. We'll call it a tequila death match." So that didn't really stop us from cheating. We just tried to do it behind the ref's back, but we had special enforcer Tuffy Calhoun there to call the shots.
Legit shots.
Yeah, no, that was a banger of a match. Where the momentum really turned for us was where Tom Byrne was like, "Nah, you know what? I'm a big hard man. I'm gonna skull Cruiser," and Del Torino had to one up him, and I think he chugged about half a bottle of the tequila that we had there.
Oh man!
And he's someone that you don't want to mess with on the tequila, mate. So
you don't want to mess with him full stop.
he hulked up something crazy, and Tom Byrne, the lightweight that he is, was out on his feet immediately. And we lost that one, but that wasn't for the title, so.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Next photo. Here we go. Selfie in the gym.
Yeah, look.
Got some. Is that dog tags? What are dog tags on for?
So, this was during the stage.
I'm waiting for this big story.
You know how when you transform, right? When you're leveling up.
I'm not a transformer.
Well, I am. I guess. No, like when you go through like a body transformation, you tend to like you try and make goals and stuff like that, and when you achieve those goals, you're very proud of them.
Yeah.
I was very proud of mine, and I like to show it off. Like I think I posted quite a lot of progress photos and stuff like that at the time.
I saw a lot of shirtless photos of my digging through these.
The dog tags were something that I used to wear until it broke from the first Supernova show I was on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They were essentially like I don't know, just a bit of a reminder of like the fan that I used to be and stuff like that, and like I would wear them, you know, for sentimentality reasons.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, I understand. That's good, man. That's good. Here you are, posing with the...
Who's this flog?
Who's this one? Posing with the big Rhea Ripley. Look at it. What a pose now.
So...
Was this after she was signed?
Yeah, so she was doing NXT UK at the time.
Okay, yeah.
And this was back when the NXT and NXT UK people were able to take like Christmas breaks.
Yep.
They obviously can't take Christmas breaks and fly around anywhere as much as they used to anymore.
Yeah.
But well, she's not on NXT anymore, is she?
True. She's working there all the time now, Raw.
So, just like with all my photos, there's a big story behind this. A few of our guys had posted photos with her where they were like posing and comparing themselves with her.
Yeah.
But she's a big unit, right?
Yeah, definitely.
She was putting them and thusly RCW to shame. So I'm like, hey mate, is it cool if we post together? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I've turned around and gone like, I got to give RCW a win back. Like, you're making all of us look terrible. Like, you're bigger than everyone. So just like, I got big arms. Let's do your arm pose, because like she was doing that one a lot.
Oh, okay,
yeah. We did that, and you can see I edge it out, but it's only just.
Only just. What a big dub. I like it. Here we go. Battle for Supremacy.
Yeah.
8-man tag match. What a team. Dean Brady, Nick Armstrong, Kurt Barron, Stephen Miller.
Long dead Kurt Barron.
And then I'm guessing they're now the Pariah.
Yep.
Because they're in the same photo. And we got Sadicone and we got Mr. Shadow.
So
Mr. Shadow's a good wrestler.
He's a multi-time world champion, Vacant.
Yeah, Vacant was going up against Seth Rollins for a while at WrestleMania.
He was. So that...
He missed his flight though.
That turned out to be Kit Condor.
Kit Condor, yeah. People know him from the show.
He'd done a couple of our live events.
Okay.
Before this, but at the time there was like the main show card and then like the live event card. Like there were like the main event. Like these were the main events, and the main event card could cross over a little bit. But we kind of treated the live events as
bit of a proving ground.
Yeah,
rookie.
Pretty much. So this was his step up
into the main shows.
Yeah, and I hit him with the most wicked clothesline. I'm kind of glad that his head is still attached to his body, because I connected with him pretty solidly, and we ended up winning the match, not because of my clothesline, but you know,
just because you got the biggest dudes in the roster on the team.
Look, out of all those people, at the time I was the only former tag team I was a former tag team champion at the time, but I was the only one that was a tag team champion. So
but you had an RCW champion in Nick Armstrong, so.
Singles matches and tag team matches are two different things, alright?
Alright.
Very hard to fight multiple people.
Was this the match that those boys did a flip over the ropes and someone took out the lighting rig? Was this that match?
No.
No?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I swear I was in the crowd and I saw the lights go out.
I know that I know that Gabriel Eros almost flipped over the ropes onto absolutely nobody.
Oh, that was the match, yes. When no one decided to, no one wanted his bum in his
there was like a triple in unison flip of Kit Condor, Eli Theseus, and Gabriel Eros, and
no one was home.
Yeah, look, I got hit with Eli Theseus, I think, and I think Gabriel's only just managed to like cling onto the ropes, but he's almost taken this massive fall onto no one.
Oh wow! Way to treat your opponents. Just let them flatten. Here's the transformation. Well,
there you go.
A transformation, because you've even gone further than that picture on the right there. So we got. Is this Mount Gambier?
This is Mount Gambier.
Mount Gambier, and I'm gonna say
This is in the same year.
No.
I trimmed down between matches. That's what they do in the UFC, man. They just
That Dean Brady with no gear, no specialised gear into tank.
I was going to say no gear. I've never been on gear, my friend. Don't be throwing that out.
I'm trying to say customised gear because you got Brady going across your dick hole there. So.
That wasn't the intention, but sure.
We got the arrow pointing towards it.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Can you be any more? But what a transformation, though. You're going from the bit of a chubby bubby, getting into the bulk, getting the muscles going, and now you've gone to what you are now, which we're going to get to. But, how long in between those photos? What, 2 years? 3? 2? Or 1 year?
Look, I'm gonna say by hair growth alone that was 2 years.
2 years, yeah. So what a transformation. Probably. That's good. See, kids, hard work, diet, you can get there.
Yeah.
And talking of the hater.
The
hater. Here's a gear change again. You got some silver gear.
The white and silver.
Got the shoulder banger on.
Oh yeah, that's when I was.
Was this a hardcore match? Or were there weapons in the ring?
Yeah, so this was pretty recently after James Cray had decided to go into business for himself. During a
yes.
It was a fatal 4-way at HQ. It was myself, Katie Trey, Kurt Barron, the long dead Kurt Barron, and Steve Miller. And towards the end of the match, like I'm getting up, right? And somehow the crowd behind me, that was like one of the first times where like I've done stuff, admittedly cool stuff, but like I always do cool stuff. Come on, look at me. And like they were getting up and they were cheering for me, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And right at that moment, James Cray's in the crowd, throws a drink in my face.
No.
I've gone out to like get some weapons, right? Because it's a fatal 4-way. There's no disqualifications, and yeah, he's thrown a drink in my face, pulled me over the barricade. And he's ended up working me over to where there was like a metal railing.
Yeah.
Beat me up. I'm draped over it. Gets a chair, smashes the chair onto my arm.
Wow.
Does a big number to my AC joint, and
what an animal.
You know, because I'm a smart man. I'm like, oh, I've got all these wrestling bookings. I got to honor them. You know, I got to keep working.
Got to get that money in somehow.
Yeah, that's a shoulder brace that I kept wearing, and I went after James, and we ended up having an ODQ match.
Yeah.
I beat him, and Matt Hayter was on the show earlier that night. Only his second match in RCW, and he comes out and he super kicks me.
And gets on the mic, and as no one wants him to, as he still does every show, he gets on the mic and talks shit.
You can't really tell from that picture, but his gear was Vader inspired.
I can tell he's got something pulled down there, yeah. So I can see that.
It said Hater Time or something like that on it.
Let's skip over him and just talk about how good were those belt photos on the wall though. Like, how sick was that at the old place there?
The murals that Matty slaved over for weeks.
But what a painting though. That was some cool shit. I love seeing them. They were always good to look at and think, well, one day I might be a wrestler and get those. But here's the shoulder banger on.
Yep.
The silver gear, the Brady on it. Saying, is the match? This would be the same match, wouldn't it?
Possibly, or the match after. I'm not 100% sure.
Hair's not braided. Hair's down.
Hair's down and
Nice and
wet.
long and very wet. But yeah, new gear there. It looks good, and we got new gear again. Like I was said before, you change gear every 5 minutes.
Big time jumps here, Jared. Come on, mate.
Well, you know, you had about 400,000 photos on your Facebook. We don't have time to look at all of them.
Yeah.
I wanted to pinpoint some critical moments. This one here, not only new gear, looking shredded, at the fringe, teaming with Izzy Shaw, I'm pretty sure that is.
Yep.
Coming out like a complete animal. What made you go from the butcher style to a pair of trunks? Just shredded?
I mean, it was just Chris Basso getting in my ear the whole time, going like, shouldn't wear a butcher anymore. Like, I've like, despite some things I've said in the last hour, I'm actually pretty modest, and like, this was still at the time where I didn't really like to go outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And yeah, like people were telling me for a while, like, that I was looking good, and I was like, thanks. Like, I don't know how to take a compliment.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was Chris Basso finally telling me like, nah, look, you're gonna get new gear sorted. What I'm gonna do is while I have you here, and he like pulls over a piece of paper and he draws like this little design like really quickly, which is what I've based most of that gear around.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, wear this. I know you're gonna be really uncomfy, but like it's a thing that I could see you transitioning into is you know, just getting out of the butcher and getting your rig out there, because you do have a solid rig on you. So yeah, and like that was our first Fringe show. So that was a really big moment for us to be able to perform on the fridge in a peacock tent.
Yeah, definitely huge.
And yeah, I think that might have been when I debuted the gear. I think so. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, definitely. And we got big time jump again, but we got. I'm pretty sure this is the debut of the crowd seeing Delta for the first time.
Yeah, and that first Fringe one just before, that was pre-COVID. This is post initial COVID.
The first big COVID jump.
Yeah.
The first big COVID booking. I like it.
So Delta had only just started training with us a couple of months before that first lockdown that we had in 2020.
Yep.
And this was after a bare buckle match that I had with Katie Trey.
Oh yeah.
I think. Or maybe I'd just gotten beaten up or something. But it was...
No, I think this... I think you got beaten up.
Yeah,
it was... Match or something. Yeah,
it was around that time. So, like, I was looking to form a tag team with Katie Trey. You know, we'd had a cool couple of moments in matches and stuff before that, and it just didn't really link up. And Brandon Black, of all people, got in his ear and got into the turn on me. And they
Brandon Black.
They beat the piss out of me, and after they left, Delta was there. She was doing like the social media for a little bit at the time. Just
helping out.
Yeah, just because we had no one else really.
That's fair enough.
And she came in to check on me when I was in a bit of strife.
What a good sister.
Yeah.
What a good sister. And look where you are today. What a team. What's going on here? Giving old Down Under a bit of a kangaroo toy. Got your pajamas on.
I was
look at that hair. Fucking hell.
I was introducing Down Under to his spirit animal Skippy. Yeah, look, big time jump again, but you know, because of that bare buckle match that I had, there was bleeding involved. I was wearing white gear, so that gear's ruined. And I didn't really have anything else. And
no, that's fair enough.
I mean, I did have that brown number before.
Yeah.
But this was during a time that we experimented with double header shows.
Okay.
So we had a Saturday show, which I wore the gear on, and then we had a Sunday show.
And like, you can't wear the same gear.
You gotta wash your gear.
Yeah.
You gotta wash your gear.
No,
and
big tip out there, rookies.
Mine didn't dry in time, so I had those spare. I just saw them lying around. They were kind of stretchy.
They look comfy as.
I got big legs and I'm pretty flexible and mobile, so I need something stretchy. And yeah, the hair had well grown out by this stage.
Massive grown out. Look at that.
Yeah.
Did Danny like the kangaroo?
He stepped on it.
Oh man.
He stepped on it. It exploded and.
That sucks.
I had to explode on him, mate.
I hope you kicked his ass with that one, mate.
I spent a lot of money on that kangaroo. A lot of $3.
He's a cruel man. Doesn't matter how much it was. And talking about the jocks before.
Here we bloody go.
Here is the jock man at Fringe, teaming with the Mike Boomer.
Yep.
Jocks, what's going on? Why?
Look.
Could you not be fucked, or are you just what?
Where else but at the Fringe, mate?
Well, yeah, there's some crazy cats at the Fringe, but come on, man, that's your underwear.
So
wrestling show.
Mike Boomer needed.
Looking shredded though.
Mike Boomer needed a tag team partner, and
you at the back having a shower or something.
At the time, it was initially Kings of Ruin, but Zach couldn't make it. So he finds me backstage. I'm not dressed ready to wrestle. I'm there vibing, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just
chilling out.
I'm just having a good time, and he turns to me and he's like, you know, you're the only person here who's not on the show that actually wrestles on shows.
Yeah.
I'll try to solo this thing, but I need you to come out and like help me because that was against Nick Armstrong and Tony Toro. No slouches, mate.
Big team.
So I come out, I bring my gear bag with me, and he's like, I'll start, you get ready on the side. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So I'm getting ready, and he manages to hit the ropes pretty close to me, and the ref goes like, tag. I'm halfway through getting ready.
Yeah.
And Boomer looks at me, and I look at him, and then I think it was Toro looking at me, and we're all just like, what's going on? And I'm like, all right, let's go. let's go. And
did you have shoes on at least?
I had socks, which is not conducive of a good time in a wrestling ring. I slid around.
Slipped and slid.
Like The Rock giving that people's elbow to British Bulldog, mate. It was not great. I had to take a lot of little steps just to maintain traction.
Well, at least you wore clean jocks, so...
They were nice and clean.
That's a good start.
Johnny Bravo ones, mate.
Johnny Bravo,
yeah, I love
Johnny
Bravo.
Oh, is this the same one coming out of your gear bag?
Yep, that was...
Coming out in your bloody cardigan and your pants?
That's a bathrobe, mate.
Bathrobe?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Fucking look at that. Adidas sponsored athlete. Look at him go.
Sponsored? I wish. I wish.
Adidas, you're watching? Sponsor.
Yeah, I've
so
had
why didn't you just wrestle on that instead of getting down into your jocks?
I mean, it's... Look. You try and argue with Mike Boomer and you see how far you get.
I want to go near that bloke.
You see how far you get trying to argue with him. He'll give you that look, that Mike Boomer look, and you kind of just go like, all right, I'm going to listen to him because I don't want trouble. I don't want any trouble.
Nah, I understand. That's fair enough. I can understand that.
I didn't really want to fight my partner at the time.
And now here's you coming out with your little poncho on and your pajama. Oh, they Bali pants. That's sick. I love Bali pants. Fucking love Bali pants.
I've had multiple fans in the crowd go like, I've got those same pair of pants.
I had Bali pants, and then my big fat legs split them and they cracked.
What do you think I did to those? They're already going to the max there, mate.
Bali pants, man. You got big legs. It doesn't matter how big your legs are. In the crutch, as soon as you do something active, and you lose them. But they are the comfiest pants.
Exactly.
So I can understand why you would want to wrestle them, but you do lift your leg up.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah, no, I don't have any of those left.
Looking very happy though.
Oh yeah.
Is that out of the Fringe?
That was the Fringe, mate.
That was. How good's the Fringe though? Good venue.
That was a triple threat between myself, Down Under, and Red Shaw.
Fucking Red Shaw. How did he get in that match? Did he win though?
No, he didn't. I did.
You won. No wonder you're looking happy. Look at that.
Yeah. No, mate. That was a good one. That was a ripper match. A classic wrestling match of.
I did watch that one. And that was a good match.
some bloke from the outback, some bloke from the beach, and some bloke from the gym. Just
hanging out.
Just getting a bit on, mate. Yeah.
No, I did see that match. It was really good. I enjoyed that one.
Lord.
Why? What is? I don't know. What is this? Banana.
That's me eating a banana.
That wasn't in the triple threat match, was it?
No. This was in a match.
You look very proud of yourself.
Mate, bananas are good for you. So I was wrestling Caden Cornell, and the reason why I look so proud of myself is because I initially came out snacking on some chips.
Yeah, don't chippy smart.
And him being the stuck up kid that he is, whinged to the ref. Oh no, he can't be eating chips during the match. We're out here to wrestle. This is legitimate competition.
Yeah.
And
I think you've been told off a lot for that, having chippies out.
Yeah.
I don't think Melbourne's too happy with you.
Meanwhile, I've put the chips down. I'm like, sure, let's have a wrestle. And and this is not innuendo, I've pulled a banana out of my pants, and behind the ref and Kane Cornell's back, I've just gone like, may I remove your jacket, sir? Yes. And started eating the banana. And
I think you're more involved with the banana than the match.
Oh, well, you know, when you've been wrestling for 10 years...
Did anyone slide on the pill?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mate. Look,
of course.
Caden Cornell hasn't been wrestling for that long. His eyes don't look very open most of the time.
He's never got open eyes.
He manages to run right over it and takes a fall with me providing not much effort, minimal effort, I should say.
Nice.
And like I was even prouder of myself then. I'm like, wow, what a good idea.
I like that. More bananas in matches. What's going on here? Singing career?
Oh no, I do all the voiceovers for Marvel movies.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Groot.
You're Groot. I was about to say.
Yeah.
You look a bit like bloody Wonder Woman, but.
Wonder Woman. like Gal Gadot.
I don't know. Or the cartoon.
Oh, cartoon. All right, not as good.
But what's going on here? You're singing?
I am.
Or doing promos?
No, it's a little known fact that I sing my own entrance video.
There you go.
Yeah, not the one that me and Delta come out to, but like
the one you had as before that.
Yeah.
The singles
the one that's just for me. So
yeah.
Yeah, so that was me performing that with the Informer, Andrew Anderson.
Yeah, nice.
He's a muso behind the scenes. He's in a few bands, I think.
Yeah.
And I came to him with the idea of doing some entrance music because I needed some new stuff, and because I was always a fan of Shawn Michaels, who sang his own theme song.
Yeah.
I was like.
Well, you're on a small list of wrestlers that have sung their own theme song, so that's good.
Yeah, well,
exclusive club.
I actually did like music in school and like perform stuff and stuff like that. So it's
there you go.
Like I had the chops, but yeah, I don't really bust them out too much.
But wrestling was a better career than singing.
Yeah, well, like I get stage fright, and there's no stage there if you're pre-performing.
True. What's going on here? You got the puncher that you had here today, I reckon.
Yes.
They're very warm.
Look.
Different pajama pants this time?
Yeah. I think it was a bit colder at that point in time.
Colder again to winter, yeah.
Yeah. So look, I like to allow people to wear my ponchos when I'm not using them.
Okay.
Because I'm a very giving person.
Yeah, I saw that when you came in.
And Michael didn't want to wear it. He's like, nah, I'm on duty.
Cool.
I'm on duty. I'm on the job.
Referee Michael Kent.
I can't do that. I can't show any sort of favoritism. So I was looking at him and I'm like, I'll slap you. I'll slap you, Michael. I'll slap you right here, and you'll have to disqualify me. And you don't want to do that. And
did he put it on?
I think he did.
Oh,
I think he did.
You broke him. You got him.
Not because he was scared of me. Not because I threatened him. Because he loves a good time.
No,
he loves a good time out of those stripes.
The other way around.
Michael Ken.
An Audi.
It goes from bad to worse.
An hoodie, pajama pants, slip-ons, and then Delta looks like she's just come out of the fucking gym.
Those pajama pants say relief pitcher, and it's got a picture of beer.
Oh,
yeah,
they're cool. I like them.
I like the
and
wordplay.
What are they? Burgers on your hoodie?
Garlic bread. I love garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Or
nice.
barlic bread, as it's known in my household. You switch the B and the G. Yeah, how people call me Bean. It was originally Dean Brady because some smartass just switched the consonants of my name.
And you're eating Smokies?
Smokies, yeah.
Yeah, fucking shout out Smokies. What a great place.
It was, look.
She's not looking impressed with you.
She called me out when I was on my Smokies break. I was enjoying my Smokies.
Yeah.
And she gets in the ring, and she claims, "Look, I've been helping you a bunch when you need help, and I've had enough of the women's division," because she was going through some strife. With Savannah Summers and I think Blair Alexis for like a little bit there when she was with Savannah Summers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got one eye on what happens in wrestling and one eye on my food. So,
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so she wanted to be a tag team, and I was against it, but not because it's like, oh no, dudes versus girls can't have that. It was she'd only been in the business for 6 months.
That's fair enough.
And she'd had like that many matches.
And someone gave her a live mic.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that ever.
No wonder your manager sent you. At least you can talk.
Well, so I'm told anyway. I don't think so, but
So she called the big dog out, and then I think we've got a photo. No, I thought we had a photo of the match. But you two ended up having a match, didn't you?
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, we had one hell of a match. Yeah, she wants to be in a team with me, and I say no because she's inexperienced. And then she's like, "Oh well, I'll prove that I got what it takes, and I'll fight you. I'll wrestle you." And I'm like, you can't call me out in this business that we're a part of.
Yeah.
Because I have to say yes. It's about pride. It's about honor. It's about respect.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you call me out, I'm gonna have to answer the challenge, and because you have, I'll wrestle you.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well, guess what? If I win, we team, and if you win, you're right, and I'll just go over here in the corner."
So she beat you?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Of course she didn't. A 10-year wrestling vet.
How did you become a team out of that
10-year wrestling vet like myself, losing a Delta. No, look, Delta was on the way up, and I was one of the ones that had a main hand in training her, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially during that COVID break when she was only just learning.
Yeah.
She was learning a lot with me. She was learning a lot with Maddie. And then that break happened and we didn't have any trainings, and I'm like, all right, look, I'll teach you some stuff, extracurricular essentially.
Yeah.
Because we were hitting the gym together. Like, look at her. No one gets that big without training with me. All right.
True.
And because we were going through the RCW gym.
Yeah.
Going from their weights room, going to the ring. It was like a 10-meter walk. So
yeah.
Easy enough. I'll teach her some stuff. So, when we ended up having the match, whatever she knew, I already knew.
Yeah.
She almost got me in parts.
Yeah.
Like, she obviously is very good, but no, I didn't sneak away with that one. I pretty convincingly put her away in the end. But like, I had to pull out the big guns.
Yeah, definitely.
And it hurt. It hurt a lot to do that to my sister. But what she showed me in that match was like she was twice as good as what I thought she was.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
sure.
yeah, you know what? I do get in a lot of trouble sometimes, and I do need someone to watch my back and carry my bags, I guess. So be my tag team buddy.
Nice.
And, like, I didn't really think of myself being in a tag team again ever since like stuff that happened with the millennials.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I've been in teams a little bit like before that as well with all different people, so I didn't really feel like teaming with anyone and putting my faith in anyone anymore. But like the one person that I could actually trust was my sister.
Yeah, definitely. I like it, man. I like it. The photo that we did have on before, new merch.
Yeah.
I'm with Dean.
Look at that model.
Look at that. Look at that merch. Got the lighting out and all. Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was with our
sold a few of them, I think.
Our great photographer at Compass Photography.
Oof, yeah, shout out Compass. They're all the match photos at the moment.
Yeah.
Really good, really good.
No, she does great stuff, and she's great to deal with. And myself and Delta, we did a little shoot here with our shirts that we brought out. This is my first bit of merch ever since the millennials. I got slack, man. I got real slack.
Fair enough. You're just having a bit of a down period, finding yourself.
Yeah.
And why not bring out something, quality over quantity?
Exactly.
Bring out something cool. Got a picture of you on there. It's fucking sick. I like it.
Who wouldn't?
Not many wrestlers have pictures of themselves in their gear. So on their merch, sorry, not gear.
Who wouldn't buy it, mate?
And then here's you kicking Delta in the head. That match?
It wasn't in the head, it was in the back.
Well,
I'm not kicking it.
That's pretty much in the head. Look at that.
That's on the rebound.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you kicked him in the head.
I'm not going to kick anyone in the head, Jared. Especially not the back of the head.
Oh, no, fuck him.
That's what you see on King's Cross, mate. That's what you see people
put him down quickly.
No, I'm not kicking my sister in the back of the head. I do admit it was close. It was upper back.
I'm sure you wanted to, but you just, the good moral in you just pulled
Do I still want to?
But she's a cheeky shit, so probably.
No, look. So I had a game plan going into that match. She's really strong, just in general. I'm not just saying like just for a woman. Like
we can see the bloody delts popping out, the bloody arms popping out.
Well, I mean, my kick gave the assist a little bit.
The kick in the back of the head.
No, so my game plan coming in was going after her back because like she does a lot of like squats, deadlifts, as a lot of wrestlers do to maintain that like athletic strength. So if you get your back taken out, you're not really very strong after that.
No,
because your core has to compensate. So
she does no core work.
Yeah, no, she doesn't do any core work. What Brady does core work?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna say it hurt me just as much as it hurt her, but that probably hurt her a lot.
Yeah, but look what's it turned into. It's turned into such a partnership.
Yeah.
Such a tag team. Look at this. Got this salute going and all.
Yeah. No, that's
good, man. At the Arca bar.
That was a pretty happy moment for us.
Is that your first teaming together match?
No, that was straight after the match.
That it was after the match. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So yeah, like someone
obviously didn't kick her in the back of the head because she's standing up. So
someone gave me a live mic, and that's when I said like you and I should be a team.
Yeah.
And she
dominant.
She was crying, man.
Oh.
Yeah, sweet. I made my sister cry, not through how much we.
So that's not the first time, but.
Not through how much we beat each other up, but like just the
stealing her Easter eggs.
Just the emotional release of
being accepted.
Yeah, being accepted by her brother, and getting the team together. I had fans telling me after that they cried as well.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
How many people can say that they've made fans cry?
It's pretty sweet.
Just with.
That's what wrestling's all about. The emotion, drawing people in, investing them, and it's not a fake wrestling story. It's a real story. It's
a very real
brother
story.
And sister, younger sister trying to get the respect of the older brother in the business, wants to be a team. went through hell to get there, and now is a team, and now kicking ass. Look at this photo.
Yeah.
Look at this photo. You're wearing more and more stuff every time we.
It was very cold.
A beanie and a dressing gown.
This was our
Delta
first.
doesn't look cold. Look at that.
This was our first show at our current place.
Oh yeah,
in Kilkenny.
Fucking look at the lights. That's sick.
Yeah, and look, the boys that work for like our production team at Riot City, they're always thinking like, how can we better ourselves?
Yeah.
And they did this very quickly.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, this is a rush job. You kind of just have to deal with it and what it is. And we see it, and it's like, this is better than like 90% of the companies in Australia. So look, she wasn't very cold. She went through extensive warm-ups, but she was burning too many calories. So I was conserving energy for the match.
Smart worker.
Yeah,
veteran.
yeah, exactly. Who needs a pump when you can just like walk to the ring?
Exactly. If
Get
you're
warmed
warm from the dressing gown, you got your pump anyway.
Yeah.
What's going on here, mate?
That was mid makeover. So Delta had told me that as a wrestler I shouldn't have body hair.
Listen to this rookie.
I should cut my hair shorter. This was before the haircut for me.
You almost look like Zach Sabbath.
I had a longer beard, and she trimmed that. I've grown it back in the meantime too.
Jeez.
So we took a photo together. I put a side by side of her and I both in the makeup, and when I posted the photo of just me by myself, everyone said, "Are you doing a Zach Sabbath cosplay?"
Just said that. Just said that. It's 100%. Look at the hair, the face.
Even though we filmed like a whole promo around the makeover.
Oh, who watches promo?
So I like, because no one has really seen Delta outside of the makeup.
Yeah.
No one can really tell that we're related.
Okay, yeah.
So what I did was, I did my best effort here to put a side by side of both of us in the makeup to show that we look the same.
Yeah.
And we still don't really look the same because we're not twins.
No, true. There's a couple of years difference, so
yeah,
it changes. And talking about chippies.
Oh yes.
Here he is.
Have you ever had Cool Ranch Doritos, man?
No, I don't think I have, man. I love the orange ones.
Is that the nacho cheese?
No,
is
that's
that
the
cheese
yellow.
supreme?
No, the orange ones are like the Mexican ones.
Ah, okay.
They are sick, man.
Yeah,
it's them, and then it's the yellow ones, which is
So these ones are, according to Zach Sabbath, are apparently pretty hard to find.
Yeah, well, I don't see them ones much at all.
What had happened was, we have this match. It's the Brady's for now at the time, versus the Kings of Ruin before they were the tag team champions.
Oh, big match.
And it was on a Halloween show, so Delta and I have dressed up as Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Nice.
She was obviously Chewbacca, being the big hairy one.
Makes sense.
She was really reluctant. I had to force her into that. But as soon as we got the Nerf guns out, and she's like, "Yes, I get to shoot the fans." She was loving it.
God,
we had the Kings of Ruin as Mario and Luigi, and it was the same story with Mike Boomer. Very, very reluctant to be in the
costume,
to be in the getup. And he was Luigi and Zach was Mario. I thought it would have been the other way around, but hey, look.
Zach's got a bit of power though.
It is what it is. Oh yeah, he wanted to be the main character. He's like, I'm the Twitch streamer, I'm the main character.
Yeah, he's player one. Fans, you know Zach Sabbath from season 1.
So I've brought out the Cool Ranch Doritos with me, and
nice.
he's brought out some Sour Patch Kids, and
trading snackies.
We did. I don't often give people my snacks.
Well, I feel privileged that you gave me some eggs today. That's very appreciated.
That's okay, mate. You can pay me back for it later.
I've got plenty of stuff to pay you back with, mate. There's whiskey and there's more rum somewhere. We'll find some.
So we do a bit of a snack exchange. I'm not really big on like candy or lollies.
Yeah.
But I liked them. But he has these Cool Ranch Doritos, and we actually meet up together on the outside of the ring afterwards when Delta and Burma are fighting, and I'm like, "Do you want some more of these?" And he's like, "Yeah, where do I get them?" And I'm like, "Well, I just got them from the Woolies near my house. Like, they're there if you want to go look for them." And we're just going away at them, and eventually we see Burma and Delta just going like, "Can you wrestle? Like, you guys are meant to
do something."
Yeah.
Oh shit! I like it. All right, next photo here. Another entrance with the dressing gown.
Yep.
Got the merch on.
It was
Delta doesn't play into the whole keep 'em warm thing. Look at that.
She doesn't play into the wearing merch thing either.
Yeah, true. No,
she obviously doesn't want to make money. No, it's not that she doesn't wear a merch. It's that she never remembers it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
If you look up poor memory in the dictionary, it's not there because the dictionary it's not full of 2 words. So if you look up poor memory in the thesaurus, you'll have a picture of Delta right next to it. Because she never remembers anything. Yeah, look, we're both just happy to be there.
Yeah, no, you both look stoked. I like it.
Yeah, this is when we're really starting to find our stride here.
Nice, becoming a dominant team who has matching gear. Look at that. Look at the fucking 6-pack. Look at that.
Yeah.
Matching gear. That looks sick, man. And Delta with some red hair.
I've had a 6-pack for one day of my life, and that was that day.
Fringe Mania, you gotta go all out.
Yeah. So we've gone all out for Fringe Mania here. I think this was the debut of her red hair and our matching gear and stuff like that. We finally got on top of that whole situation of having like a unique but also combined look.
Yeah.
This was
back to the trunks. I like it.
What was the name of the first event that we had at Fringe this year? Because that was this year.
Yeah, that was this year.
Reanimated.
Yep.
Yeah, and we were going up against Purgatory, all 3 of them.
Oh,
because
scary dogs.
Especially
that little fucking woman. Jesus.
At the event before this, which was Battle for Supremacy.
Yeah.
They came out and they attacked us, and that's where they all like came together. That was their initial coming together point.
They're some scary people.
And Delta, the hothead that she is, goes like, "We'll fight all of you. We'll teach all of you a lesson." And we had to fight both of them, and we didn't come away with the win. Not only because it was 3-on-2, but because they're big, scary, supernatural, spooky so-and-sos.
They have some spooky mothers, I tell you that. Next one, eating a sandwich. Or Subway.
Eating a submarine sandwich, my friend, also known as Subway.
At Fringe Mania too. What are you doing, mate?
Yeah, that was Raise Your Horns. That was the Rumble.
Rumble, yeah, good, cool.
That we were talking about earlier. Look, they initially didn't have me booked for the second show.
Yeah.
What they told us beforehand was that we've got 3 shows. We've booked everyone individually on like 2 shows.
Yeah.
Just to spread everyone out and not really overwork you, because it was weekend after weekend after weekend.
Back to back. It was back.
So what ended up happening was we had people pull out with like contracting COVID and stuff like that. So there ended up being like at least half a dozen of us that got to do all 3 shows, and I was one of them.
Nice.
And yeah, when my music hit, I wasn't ready, man.
Typical story.
I wasn't ready at all. So I come out, I'm halfway through a sandwich, and look, you got to get in there, you got to try and win. So I was finishing my sandwich whilst suplexing people and trying to eliminate people.
Well, lucky you've got the strength to do that because I would not be wanting to do that. This is the second to last photo. Just showing off the rig, showing off the gear. Selling the merch as well, look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is Fringe Mania as well, maybe?
Yes, this was the Key to the City tag team ladder match.
Oof, what a match.
Of now known as Brady LTD.
Yes, got the name change.
Versus Jet Shaw.
Jet Shaw.
So Jet Armstrong and Big Bill Redshaw.
Nice, what a match.
Ladders,
yuck.
Yeah, no, yeah. Another ladder match
The
for this guy.
Fucking it doesn't want to be in ladder matches. Is in ladder matches all the time.
You know, I've never won one. Including this one. I didn't win this one either.
Jet Shaw won.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, Redshaw helped Jeff up the ladder.
I did see that, yeah.
Because he hurt his leg thanks to me.
Yeah, thanks to you trying to break people's legs in the ladders.
Look,
Jesus.
It was just that little slip. I went back into millennial Dean Brady mode again. I'm like, I gotta win this match.
There's weapons around there. It's a key for a big opportunity.
It's all legal, man.
You gotta go for it, man. You gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Our last photo, I don't know how it got to the top. But speaking of Melbourne, before Gluttony, Riot City finally got a fucking picture on the Gluttony fences, and you guys decided to recreate Brooksy's kicking Rocky in the head.
Yeah.
And what a perfect reenactment that is.
The big Brooksy versus Rocky Monero match, and then there's me and Delta going like, look at these guys.
The same picture they used to advertise Riot City for the last 4 years. But what a perfect way to end our photos, and you had your massive trip in Melbourne last weekend.
Yeah.
What an experience that would have been for you, Delta, and the Riot City crew. To do something different, to be in a different state, be in front of casual, non-wrestling fans at Gluttony in Melbourne. Obviously Adelaide is such a huge thing for Gluttony and the Adelaide Fringe, but to go there, smaller festival, smaller vibe, peacock tent though, put on the show that Riot City does, and to get to have some fun, having a road trip and hanging out with your siblings and your friends. What a great time.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Absolutely. Alright, that brings us to the end of the photos. Big thank you for looking at them. We have a special treat for those ones that are still watching. So, the special treat that we talked about for the fans, you know all about this. It was your most embarrassing moment that you said on the questions.
Okay.
Most embarrassing moment in the ring. We're going to watch the video because it's only a quick one. And because it's hilarious, we just want to bring it up. It is you at HQ, about to do some wicked flippy moonsault.
Yep, absolutely.
And, fucking technology, fuck's sake. And let's see what happens. Do you have any sound to do with this? Crowd's getting behind you. Let's go, Dean Brady! Whoa! Oh, let's replay that. One more time. One more time for those at home. About to do a moonsault on the Jack Bonza. Someone loosen the turnbuckle. Whoa! Oh my god. First off, that looked brutal as fuck. Did you hurt yourself?
Here's Ella. Welcome,
Whoa,
Ella.
shut the fuck up. Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, look. That hurt my pride probably more than anything else.
But that could have been so much worse than...
Yeah, so...
You ended up under the ring somehow?
So I crawled myself under the ring.
Okay.
Initially what had happened was, like, I was meant to do something, but because I second guessed myself, I didn't go when I should have, and I lost my balance, and I tried to recover by like landing on the ground, but because the barricades were so close, I've ended up like kind of drop kicking the barricades a little bit.
Yeah.
And I half landed on those with like my thigh and my butt, and then I've hit the HQ dance floor with my back,
Oh,
and
disgusting.
It
Core
was-
diseases.
it was a big tumble. It was a big fall. I got like really close with my head to the edge of the ring. So purely for safety, I thought the refs are gonna come out and check on me. I might just like slide under the apron a little bit,
Yeah.
just so I can have a little bit of a conversation with him,
Yeah.
just to see if I'm all there and talk to him and whatever. It turns out I was fine. Yeah, like
Wow. Very lucky.
like you said, it could have been a lot worse.
Very lucky.
And like I heard the reaction of the crowd as it happened. It was all in slow motion for me, and then you hear that silence afterwards, like that deafening silence
Like,
of
is he
like
dead?
yeah, like
Fuck.
and like I ended up talking to him. It was our senior official,
Good.
Michael Kent. He comes under, and like he looks more worried than I am.
No, yeah.
He's like, holy shit! Like, are you okay, man? And I'm like, yeah, look, I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I think the adrenaline's going for me at the moment. But go in there, tell Bonza I'm continuing with the match, and just do your thing, man. Like you do what you have to do. So he goes up there. He tells Bonza, he's like Dean Brady wants to continue, and he starts counting me out. I think I get in at like 8, and Bonza's on me like straight away, man. Like he's got no chill. That guy. He's got no mercy, and he's just on top of me, and you can tell that I'm okay because we have like 5 minutes more of wrestling in that match, and during that I German suplex him a bunch of times. I deadlift German suplex him.
Big boy.
I'm giving him moves. I'm kicking out of his moves. So like I still had something left.
Yeah.
But like when I end up going backstage, and the adrenaline wears off, far out, man.
Sore as fuck.
Yeah, my back and like my tailbone and my legs. Like I had a big bruise like across my hamstrings where I landed on the barricade. Yeah, no, look, it was definitely embarrassing, and I just had everyone come up to me and check on me afterwards, which was really nice, and like you kind of have to do the thing where you shrug it off, because like it's like when people ask you like, oh hey, like how are you going? You don't want to dump all your problems on them. And yeah, I was fine. I hadn't broken anything. I hadn't torn anything. I wasn't majorly damaged. Yeah, I wasn't concussed, thankfully. Yeah, so that was really nice. But whenever you second guess yourself, don't just fucking do the thing.
Fucking go.
Do the thing.
Flip count.
Do the thing that you're meant to do.
All right. I'm glad you're okay from that, and we can laugh about it now, even though it was embarrassing. And fuck, if that happened to me, yeah, fuck, I wouldn't come back out there again. But I would have lived under that ring for the rest of my life. But very, very, very happy nothing bad happened, so we can laugh about it and have a bit of fun. So that's all the photos and footage. I would love for you now to plug your social media, where we can find you. All the links will be in the YouTube description. If you have any merch sites, or if you have merch, plug that as well. Obviously we saw it in the photos, but if you have any left, go for it. Chuck us out your hashtags, whatever they are, fucking handles.
Yeah, so on Facebook, I've got a new one in the last like year and a half because my other one was hacked. So it's Vitamin Dean Brady if you're looking for me. And on Instagram and Twitter as well as Dean Brady or Vitamin Dean Brady. I don't know.
The links will be in the description.
My manager runs it.
That's fucking manager. The links will be there, guys. Don't worry.
You can see me on on all the Riot City wrestling shows on YouTube, and
all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, they're all on there, and or whatever else gets uploaded. I sell all my merch at shows, so if you want some, you're gonna have to come to a show.
Yeah, definitely. And you should not be missing a Riot City show anyway. So
No.
you pull your head in and buy some tickets. And
Or if you catch me in Melbourne and Sydney and Perth, you know.
yeah, this man is obviously just in Melbourne. He's got a booking coming up at FWA in Sydney.
Double header, that one.
Double header. So he's got 2 matches. That's already been announced on social media. So
First one has.
But
Yeah.
we know he's going to be there. So whether or not he's wrestling the second night, he'll have merch available. So Sydney, if you're missing out, hit him up then. FWA. Look him up on Facebook.
I might have some new merch coming through as
Hey,
well. Just
there we
keep
go.
it quiet
There we
between
go.
us, alright?
Big one. So that's in 2 weeks.
Week and a half.
Week and a
22nd
half.
and 23rd.
As of
April.
recording this on Good Friday, it's a week and a half
Oh no,
away.
it's a week.
A week away.
It's getting even closer.
Fucking pack your jocks, mate. So yeah, check him out there. I'm sure he's going to be back in Melbourne very soon. At maybe Deathmatch, maybe PCW, all those places. Check him out, Riot City. There should be an event coming up soon that they'll announce. There's Adelaide Fitness Expo coming up. There's Beer and Barbecue in July.
Yeah, I'm on both those posters.
Yeah, what a poster, boy.
2 contrasting events, Beer and Barbecue and Fitness Expo, and I'm on both.
Food and gym.
Yeah,
That's you.
yeah,
Right there.
that's my 2 demographics right there.
So there's plenty of chances to hit him up, or just message him, DM him, say, hey, I need a shirt in X
Don't do that.
size.
Don't do that. I'm terrible with messages.
Just hit him up anyway, and just keep messaging him every couple of days. Hey mate, I need an XL. Just fucking hurry up. And eventually, one year, you're gonna reply, and he'll be sold out. But
Yep.
all the links will be in the description. You got your Twitter, your Instagram, Facebook. So we'll chuck them in there. And before you leave, I have a present for you. I'm just going to run off camera real quick. I'm not even going to pause it.
Alright.
Not even going to do my magical cuts because they're right here. Because you brought me some Easter eggies.
Are they chippies?
I got you some chippies. One of my favourite flavours. Honey soy chicken. And they're for us to smash now or after the show, or obviously in your next match if you want it. But I think we should get into them pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we won't disturb the people by munching on some chips. So we'll crack them after the show. But Dean Brady, it's been a pleasure, mate. I really appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for coming on. I've been wanting to get you on for a while, so it's
Yeah.
great that we've organised it.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing you obviously dominating Riot City tag team division
Yes.
with Delta, and then obviously taking yourself and Delta or just yourself all around Australia, dominating and chasing that goal of getting those tag team titles in every promotion. So it's going to be great fun to watch, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
No, of course. And cheers. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Beers and Brawls. Another big thank you to my guest, Dean Brady. I'm so glad we got him on here, learning about his transformation, his career, and all the goals he has lined up. So keep an eye on him, keep an eye on local wrestling. Shows are getting back into it, all the promotions around Australia, starting to run shows, starting to go full speed. So keep an eye on them, support your local wrestlers, support your favourites, get their merch, go to the shows, support them as best you can, follow their social medias, all that sort of stuff. And give us a like, give us a subscribe if you like the show. And until next time, cheers.